Welcome to the Hidden Wealth Coins. What if the loose change hiding in your drawer could secretly be worth thousands, or even life-changing money? From the bold Eisenhower dollar to the historic Washington quarter, the golden Sacagawea dollar, and the classic Franklin half dollar, rare dates and perfect conditions have stunned collectors with unbelievable prices. Before you spend another coin, look again. Your fortune might already be in your hands. First up, the Franklin half dollar is one of the most respected silver coins ever produced in the United States, and when collectors talk about the powerful 1955 issue, eyes immediately light up. Struck by the United States Mint, this coin carries the bold portrait of Benjamin Franklin, a man whose wisdom shaped a nation. But what makes the 1955 Franklin half dollar truly exciting is not just its silver shine. It's the possibility that a simple 50-cent piece could be worth hundreds, thousands, or in extremely rare cases, astonishing sums that feel almost unbelievable. For collectors, this coin represents history, artistry, and hidden opportunity all in one powerful silver disc. The 1955 Franklin half dollar was minted during a time when America was growing rapidly after World War II. The coin contains 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it real intrinsic metal value even before you consider rarity. Its weight, shine, and classic design give it a strong physical presence that modern coins simply don't have. On the front, Franklin's calm and confident face reflects intelligence and strength. On the back, the Liberty Bell stands proudly, symbolizing freedom and independence. Every detail on this coin tells a story of national pride and craftsmanship that modern mass-produced coins rarely match. Now let's talk about value, because this is where excitement truly begins. In average circulated condition, a 1955 Franklin half dollar is generally worth more than face value because of its silver content. Even worn examples often trade for many times 50 cents due to the silver alone. But when we move into uncirculated condition, especially coins graded at high mint state levels like MS65, MS66, or higher, the price can increase dramatically. Collectors pay premiums for coins that look nearly flawless, with sharp details and strong luster. However, the real dream lies in rare variations and exceptional condition pieces. Some 1955 Franklin half dollars were struck with what collectors call full bell lines. This means the horizontal lines at the bottom of the Liberty Bell on the reverse are fully visible and unbroken. Achieving full bell lines requires a strong strike and minimal wear. These examples are much scarcer, and when preserved in superb condition, their value can jump significantly compared to ordinary strikes. The combination of full bell lines and high mint state grade creates serious demand in the numismatic world. There were also different mint locations producing Franklin half dollars during that era. Philadelphia and Denver were active mints, and mint marks matter. A small D mint mark below the Liberty Bell indicates Denver production. Certain mintages were lower than others, which affects rarity. Lower mintage combined with high preservation equals higher collector interest. When supply is tight and demand remains steady or grows, prices naturally rise. Now, about the idea of million-dollar value. It's important to understand that standard 1955 Franklin half dollars in typical condition are not worth millions. However, in the world of rare coins, record-setting prices are achieved when three powerful factors combine: extreme condition, rarity, and strong collector competition. If a coin is one of the finest known examples in existence, meaning almost perfect under magnification, and if very few others match it, bidding wars can push prices to astonishing heights. While a 1955 Franklin half dollar reaching millions would be extraordinarily rare, ultra-high-grade specimens have sold for thousands of dollars, especially with full bell lines and elite grading. Professional grading plays a major role in value. Independent grading companies examine coins carefully, assign a numeric grade, and seal them in protective holders. A difference of just one grade point can mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars in price difference. That's why condition is everything. Scratches, cleaning, dull surfaces, or small marks can drastically reduce value. On the other hand, brilliant luster, sharp detail, and untouched surfaces increase desirability dramatically. Collectors also look at eye appeal. Two coins with the same technical grade may sell for different prices depending on their visual beauty. Toning, natural color changes over time, can sometimes add charm and premium value if attractive. Rainbow toning, golden hues, or soft pastel colors can make a coin stand out in auctions. But artificial cleaning or unnatural shine can destroy value instantly. Never polish or clean an old silver coin. Doing so can remove original surfaces and reduce collector demand. Another factor influencing price is market timing. Silver prices fluctuate. When silver rises, the melt value of a 1955 Franklin half-dollar rises as well. During strong silver markets, even common examples become more valuable. But numismatic premium, the collector value above silver, depends on rarity and demand. Long-term collectors often see these coins as both historical treasures and tangible assets that preserve wealth over time. The 1955 issue does not have as many famous dramatic errors as some other coins, but small striking variations and exceptional preservation still drive interest. Occasionally, coins appear with minor die cracks or striking quirks that make them slightly more collectible. While these usually do not create million-dollar coins, they add uniqueness that some specialists love. Serious collectors often build complete date and mint sets of Franklin half-dollars, making every year important. Emotion also plays a hidden role in coin values. The Franklin half-dollar represents a simpler era of American coinage, heavy silver, bold design, and limited production compared to today's standards. Many collectors feel nostalgic about pre-1965 silver coins because they represent real metal money. That emotional connection supports steady demand, which supports prices over time. If you believe you own a 1955 Franklin half-dollar, the first step is careful examination. Do not clean it. Store it safely in a protective holder. If it appears bright, sharply detailed, and free from wear, consider professional grading. A certified high-grade coin is far easier to sell and commands stronger trust in the marketplace. Authentication also protects against counterfeits, which unfortunately exist for valuable silver coins. Can this coin change your fortune overnight? In most cases, no single common example will instantly create billionaire wealth. But could an ultra-rare, highest-graded, finest-known specimen bring a life-changing amount of money? In rare situations, yes, especially when elite collectors compete. Wealth in coin collecting usually grows through knowledge, patience, and understanding rarity rather than sudden luck alone. The power of the 1955 Franklin half-dollar lies in its combination of history, silver content, design beauty, and collector demand. It may not guarantee millions for every owner, but it absolutely holds more value than its 50-cent face suggests. For some collectors, it represents financial opportunity. For others, it represents national history frozen in silver. And for a lucky few who hold exceptional examples, it can represent a remarkable financial reward. If you ever find one in remarkable condition, treat it with respect, because sometimes, hidden in old silver, opportunity quietly waits. Second up, the Eisenhower dollar from 1978 is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance but can carry surprising power in the world of collectors. This large, bold dollar coin was struck in honor of Dwight D. Eisenhower, a respected war hero and former President of the United States. The year 1978 marked the final year of its production, which instantly gives it a special place in numismatic history. Whenever a coin series ends, collectors pay closer attention, and the last year issues often attract stronger long-term interest. The coin was produced by the United States Mint and carries a powerful design. On the obverse, Eisenhower's strong portrait represents leadership and stability. On the reverse, an eagle landing on the moon symbolizes America's space achievements, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission patch. The combination of presidential legacy and space exploration creates emotional and historical depth that makes this coin far more meaningful than a simple dollar. Now let's talk about what truly excites people: value. Most 1978 Eisenhower dollars were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition for circulation, meaning they do not contain large amounts of silver. Because of that, common circulated examples are usually worth only a small premium above face value. However, the story completely changes when we step into the world of high-grade uncirculated coins, rare varieties, and special mint issues. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and with Eisenhower dollars, the difference between average and exceptional can mean a dramatic price gap. There were different mint locations producing the 1978 Eisenhower dollar, including Philadelphia and Denver for circulation strikes. Mint marks matter greatly. A small D mint mark indicates Denver production, while Philadelphia coins in that era did not carry a mint mark. Additionally, special proof versions were struck in San Francisco for collectors, often with mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. Proof coins, especially those preserved perfectly, hold stronger appeal among serious collectors. When we discuss the possibility of extraordinary value, we must focus on top-grade specimens. Coins graded at the highest mint state levels, such as MS-66, MS-67, or even higher, become much scarcer because large coins like Eisenhower dollars are prone to contact marks. Their wide surfaces easily pick up scratches during handling and storage. That means finding one in near-perfect condition with blazing luster and almost no marks is far more difficult than many people assume. Scarcity at the highest grade levels fuels strong auction prices. Some 1978 Eisenhower dollars also exist in 40% silver composition, but these were produced specifically for collectors in special sets rather than regular circulation. Silver versions naturally carry additional intrinsic value because of their precious metal content. If preserved in flawless proof condition, silver issues can command significantly higher premiums than standard clad coins. The combination of silver content, perfect surfaces, and low population in top grades can create serious collector competition. Now let's address the bold claim of million-dollar value. Realistically, most 1978 Eisenhower dollars are not worth millions. However, in the coin market, record-breaking prices occur when an example is graded as one of the absolute finest known in existence. If a coin is certified at an elite grade and stands alone at the top of population reports, intense bidding between wealthy collectors can push prices to astonishing levels. While reaching millions would require an extraordinary and unique scenario, top-tier specimens have sold for impressive amounts far above their original $1 face value. Errors and varieties can also increase excitement. Occasionally, coins are struck with die variations, doubled features, or striking imperfections that make them unique. While not all errors are valuable, dramatic and rare ones can attract strong demand. A rare error combined with high-grade preservation creates a powerful formula for higher value. Collectors love coins that tell a different story from the standard issue. Market timing also plays a key role. Economic conditions, silver prices, and overall collector demand influence how much buyers are willing to pay. During strong collector markets, prices for top-grade coins often rise. When enthusiasm increases, especially for vintage U.S. coinage, final-year issues like the 1978 Eisenhower dollar receive renewed attention. Demand plus rarity equals opportunity. Professional grading and authentication are essential for serious value. A coin sealed and certified by a respected grading service inspires buyer confidence. Even a tiny improvement in grade can mean a major price difference. For example, the jump from MS-65 to MS-67 can multiply value significantly because very few coins survive at the highest levels. This is why careful storage, original surfaces, and minimal handling are so important. If you believe you own a 1978 Eisenhower dollar with strong potential, never clean it. Cleaning removes original surfaces and reduces collector appeal instantly. Instead, store it safely and consider professional evaluation. A certified top-condition coin can be sold in major auctions where competitive bidding may drive the price upward. Documentation and authenticity transform a simple coin into a trusted investment piece. Emotion and nostalgia also strengthen demand. The Eisenhower dollar represents the 1970s, a time of change, innovation, and national pride. It was the last large-size dollar coin produced for circulation in the United States. That alone gives it a symbolic status. Many collectors admire its bold size and heavy feel compared to modern lightweight dollars. That emotional attachment supports long-term interest. Can this coin make someone a billionaire overnight? In practical reality, becoming a billionaire from a single common coin is extremely unlikely. However, can a rare, top-graded, silver-proof, or extraordinary error example bring a life-changing amount of money? Yes, under the right circumstances, it absolutely can bring thousands or potentially much more. The key is rarity, condition, certification, and strong collector competition. The true power of the 1978 Eisenhower dollar lies in knowledge. An ordinary-looking coin might be average, but an exceptional specimen could be a hidden treasure. Understanding mint marks, silver content, grading, and market demand transforms guesswork into opportunity. The difference between spending it casually and preserving it carefully could mean the difference between $1 and a remarkable financial reward. In the end, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar is more than metal. It is history, legacy, and potential combined in one bold piece. Most examples will remain modest in value, but rare and flawless specimens hold impressive power in the collector market. If you ever find one in extraordinary condition, protect it, evaluate it properly, and respect its potential, because sometimes, fortune hides in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. Third up, the Washington Quarter from 1970 is one of those coins that many people overlook, yet under the right conditions it can become a powerful treasure in the world of collectors. At first glance, it may look like just another 25-cent piece with a familiar portrait of George Washington, but hidden within certain versions of this year lies a level of rarity that has shocked the coin market more than once. For most people it is pocket change, but for serious numismatists, a rare 1970 quarter can represent opportunity, excitement, and in extraordinary situations, life-changing money. The 1970 Washington Quarter was produced during a time when U.S. coinage had already shifted away from 90% silver for regular circulation. By this point, most quarters were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. That means the majority of 1970 quarters you find in circulation are not silver. However, special proof versions were struck with 40% silver for collectors. That difference in metal content is extremely important because silver alone gives intrinsic value beyond face value. A silver proof preserved perfectly already carries a stronger foundation for higher pricing. What truly sets the 1970 quarter apart is the existence of rare varieties, especially certain proof coins struck over earlier Canadian coin designs. These unusual overstrikes happened when leftover foreign coin blanks were accidentally used during minting. When such an error occurs and is confirmed authentic, it creates instant rarity. In the coin world, rarity is power. A coin that should not exist becomes the center of intense collector competition, and prices can rise dramatically. Now imagine combining rarity with perfect condition. Coins are graded on a scale that measures preservation, surface quality, luster, and detail. A coin graded at the highest levels, such as Proof 68 or Proof 69, becomes exceptionally scarce because even the smallest flaw can lower the grade. When a rare variety like a 1970 Proof overstrike is preserved in near-flawless condition, collectors are willing to pay astonishing premiums to secure it. This is how ordinary-looking quarters can suddenly command massive auction results. It is important to understand that not every 1970 Washington quarter is worth a fortune. Most circulated examples remain modest in value. But the coin market does not reward average condition, it rewards excellence and uniqueness. A standard worn 1970 quarter may be worth only face value, but a rare error or pristine silver proof can move into thousands of dollars. In extremely rare cases, when a coin stands alone as one of the finest known, bidding wars between wealthy collectors can push values to extraordinary heights. The mint location also matters. Quarters in 1970 were struck in Philadelphia and Denver for circulation, while proof coins were produced in San Francisco. A small mint mark can dramatically influence collectability. Proof coins from San Francisco carry sharper details and mirror-like surfaces. When these proof coins remain untouched for decades, free from scratches or cleaning, their appeal multiplies. Condition and originality are everything. Cleaning a coin is one of the biggest mistakes a person can make. Many people think polishing increases value, but in reality it destroys collector interest. Original surfaces with natural shine are prized. Once cleaned, a coin loses part of its historical authenticity. If you ever believe you have a valuable 1970 quarter, especially a silver proof or unusual error, never clean it. Protect it in a safe holder and seek professional evaluation. Professional grading plays a powerful role in determining value. When a respected grading service authenticates and seals a coin, it gives buyers confidence. In the high-end market, confidence equals money. A certified rare 1970 quarter can sell for far more than an uncertified example because buyers trust the grade and authenticity. This trust can transform a simple coin into a serious investment-level collectible. Market timing also influences price. When interest in rare coins increases, especially in vintage American coinage, demand rises. If multiple serious collectors compete for a top-quality 1970 rarity, prices can escalate quickly. Auctions are fueled by emotion as much as logic. When collectors recognize a coin as one of the best examples available, they bid aggressively. This competitive energy is what pushes certain coins into headline-making territory. The idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from a single coin is dramatic, And while extremely unlikely for most coins, the broader message remains powerful. Knowledge creates opportunity. Many valuable coins have been discovered in ordinary collections or inherited boxes of change. People who understand mint marks, silver content, and error varieties are better positioned to recognize hidden gems. Awareness is the true key. The 1970 Washington quarter also holds emotional weight because it represents a transitional era in U.S. coinage. It belongs to a period when silver was disappearing from everyday money, making silver-proof versions feel like the last echoes of a precious metal tradition. That nostalgia adds collector appeal. Collectors often chase coins that mark turning points in history, and 1970 sits close to that transition. In extremely rare scenarios, a unique error combined with top-tier condition can bring six-figure prices. While reaching millions would require an almost unbelievable combination of uniqueness and demand, the possibility of very high value is real for the rarest known specimens. That is why experts always emphasize careful examination. One small detail, barely visible to the untrained eye, can change everything. If you own a 1970 Washington quarter, examine the mint mark, check if it is proof or circulation strike, and look for unusual features. Pay attention to surface quality and sharpness. Store it properly and avoid unnecessary handling. Even if it turns out to be a common example, you lose nothing by preserving it carefully. But if it happens to be a rare variety in outstanding condition, you could be holding something remarkable. In the end, the 1970 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how ordinary coins can carry extraordinary potential. Most will remain simple 25-cent pieces, but a rare silver-proof error in elite condition can command serious money. It may not guarantee billionaire status overnight, but under the right circumstances it absolutely has the power to surprise, excite, and reward. Fortune in coin collecting does not come from luck alone. It comes from knowledge, patience, and recognizing value where others see only change. Fourth up, the Sacagawea dollar from 2002 with a D mint mark is one of those coins that many people ignore in everyday change, yet under the right circumstances it can carry surprising collector power. Struck by the United States Mint at the Denver facility, the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar represents a continuation of a modern golden dollar series that honors Sacagawea, the Native American woman who played a vital role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. While millions were produced, not all surviving coins are equal, and that difference in condition and rarity is where the real story begins. At first glance, the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar looks bright and golden, but its color comes from a manganese brass-clad composition layered over a copper core. It is not solid gold, yet its appearance gives it a rich and attractive look that stands out from traditional silver-colored coins. The obverse features Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, symbolizing courage and exploration. The reverse design used in 2002 shows a soaring eagle encircled by stars, reflecting national pride and freedom. Together, these elements give the coin historical emotion and strong visual appeal. Now let's address the question of value. Most 2002 D Sacagawea dollars found in circulation are worth close to face value because they were produced in significant numbers. However, this does not mean every coin from that year is ordinary. Coins preserved in flawless mint state condition, especially those graded at the very highest levels such as MS-67 or above, become far scarcer than people realize. Modern coins often suffer from contact marks during storage in large mint bags, and pristine examples are surprisingly difficult to locate. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A coin with dull surfaces, scratches, or wear loses much of its premium potential. But a 2002 D Sacagawea dollar with blazing original luster, razor-sharp details, and nearly perfect surfaces can attract serious collector attention. When grading services certify a coin at the top of the population scale, it instantly becomes a rarity within that grade. If only a handful exist at that elite level, competitive bidding can drive the price far beyond its original $1 value. There is also excitement surrounding varieties and minting errors. Occasionally, coins are struck with double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual features. While not every error is valuable, dramatic and verified examples can command strong premiums. A rare error on a 2002 D Sacagawea dollar, especially if preserved in high mint state condition, creates a combination that collectors actively pursue. Rarity plus demand equals power in the marketplace. Some collectors also pay attention to strike quality and surface finish. Even within the same mint year, Slight differences in sharpness or luster can separate average coins from exceptional ones. Coins that appear cleaner, brighter, and more sharply defined stand out in auctions and private sales. Eye appeal often influences buyers just as much as the numeric grade itself. Two coins graded the same can sell for different amounts depending on how beautiful they appear under light. Now let's talk about the bold idea of million-dollar value. In realistic market conditions, a standard 2002 Sacagawea dollar is not worth millions. However, in the rare coin world, extraordinary situations sometimes create astonishing results. If a coin were discovered with a unique mint error never seen before, or certified as the single finest known example with virtually perfect preservation, wealthy collectors could compete aggressively. In such rare cases, prices can climb to shocking levels. While becoming a billionaire overnight is extremely unlikely, life-changing money is not impossible for the rarest and most exceptional pieces. Professional authentication is critical. A coin must be examined and graded by a respected third-party grading service to achieve serious market value. Certification provides trust, and trust attracts high-end buyers. Without authentication, even a rare coin may struggle to reach its full potential. Once sealed in a protective holder with an official grade, the coin becomes easier to sell at strong prices in auctions or private transactions. Another factor influencing value is long-term demand. The Sacagawea dollar series represents a modern chapter in American coinage history. It symbolizes inclusion, exploration, and national heritage. Over time, collectors often revisit modern series, and when population reports reveal that very few coins exist in top grades, interest increases. Modern coins, once considered common, can become condition rarities decades later. Storage plays a huge role in preserving value. Never clean or polish a Sacagawea dollar. Cleaning damages original surfaces and lowers desirability immediately. Instead, handle the coin by the edges and keep it in a protective holder. Even small hairline scratches can reduce grade potential. Protecting originality protects opportunity. Market timing also matters. If interest in modern U.S. coins rises, prices for top condition examples can increase quickly. Auctions fueled by competitive collectors sometimes produce surprising results. When two determined buyers want the same rare top-grade coin, prices can escalate beyond expectations. That competitive intensity is what turns a simple $1 coin into a high-value collectible. Emotion should not be underestimated. Sacagawea represents bravery and exploration, and her story resonates deeply with many Americans. Collectors often connect with coins that carry strong narratives. That emotional attachment helps maintain steady demand. When a coin carries both historical symbolism and rarity, it becomes more than metal, it becomes a story people want to own. If you believe you have a 2002 Sacagawea dollar with exceptional quality, examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for strong luster, minimal marks, and sharp details. Consider professional grading if it appears outstanding. Even if it turns out to be worth only modestly more than face value, you gain knowledge and experience. But if it ranks among the finest known examples, the financial reward could be significant. In the end, the 2002 Sacagawea dollar is a reminder that value hides in condition and rarity. Most examples remain simple $1 coins, but a rare error or flawless high-grade specimen can command impressive prices. It may not guarantee billionaire status overnight, yet under extraordinary circumstances it absolutely has the power to surprise and reward. In coin collecting, fortune belongs to those who recognize quality, preserve it carefully, and understand that even modern coins can carry extraordinary potential. Fifth up, the Eisenhower dollar from 1976 is not just another large American coin, it is a bold symbol of celebration, history, and hidden opportunity. This special issue was created to honor America's 200th birthday, making it part of the Bicentennial Coinage series. When you hold a 1976 Eisenhower dollar in your hand, you are not just holding $1, you are holding a piece of patriotic energy connected to the spirit of 1776. For collectors, that emotional power alone creates long-term demand, but under the right conditions, this coin can become far more valuable than most people imagine. The coin honors Dwight D. Eisenhower, a military hero and former U.S. president whose leadership shaped modern American history. His strong portrait appears on the front, projecting authority and calm determination. But what makes the 1976 issue truly unique is the reverse design. Instead of the standard eagle landing on the moon, this bicentennial version features a Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a stunning blend of Revolutionary War symbolism and space-age achievement. That powerful artistic combination gives the coin a dramatic presence that collectors love. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar was struck by the United States Mint in multiple versions. Some were produced for circulation in copper-nickel-clad composition, while others were specially minted in 40% silver for collectors. The silver versions immediately carry intrinsic metal value, which strengthens their base worth. But beyond silver content, rarity and condition are what truly determine whether this coin remains ordinary or becomes extraordinary. Most circulated 1976 Eisenhower dollars are common and trade close to face value. However, when we move into high mint state grades, everything changes. Large coins like the Eisenhower dollar are extremely prone to contact marks because of their wide surfaces. Finding one with blazing original luster, sharp details, and minimal imperfections is much more difficult than people expect. Coins graded at MS66, MS67, or higher become significantly scarcer, and scarcity is the engine that drives premium prices. The silver bicentennial versions add another layer of excitement. These were often sold in special collector sets and preserved more carefully than circulation coins. When such silver pieces remain in nearly flawless condition, especially in proof format with mirror-like fields and frosted details, they attract serious buyers. A deep cameo proof with ultra-sharp contrast can command strong attention in auctions, particularly if population numbers at that grade are low. Now let's address the bold claim of million-dollar value. Realistically, most 1976 Eisenhower dollars are not worth millions. But in the rare coin world, extreme scenarios do happen. If a coin is certified as the single finest known example, with virtually perfect preservation and strong collector demand, competitive bidding between wealthy buyers can drive prices to astonishing heights. Add to that a rare striking error, such as a dramatic off-center strike or major double die, and you create a combination that could shock the market. Errors and varieties are where hidden treasure sometimes lives. A 1976 Eisenhower dollar struck on the wrong planchet, or with a major die mistake, becomes instantly unique. Collectors pay strong premiums for coins that tell an unusual story. While most errors are modest in value, a dramatic and authenticated example in top condition can multiply worth far beyond expectations. Rarity combined with flawless preservation is the formula for exceptional results. Professional grading plays a crucial role in determining serious value. A coin examined, authenticated, and sealed by a respected grading service gains market trust. Even a 1-point increase in grade can significantly impact price. That is why original surfaces matter so much. Cleaning, polishing, or altering the coin destroys originality and reduces value immediately. The true premium lies in untouched, natural surfaces that reflect decades of careful preservation. Market timing also influences potential. When interest in vintage American coins rises, especially patriotic issues like the Bicentennial series, prices often follow. Emotional connection fuels demand. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar represents a once-in-a-lifetime national celebration. That historical importance gives it long-term collectible strength, especially for those building complete bicentennial sets. Another powerful factor is population scarcity in elite grades. While millions of coins were produced, only a tiny fraction survive in near-perfect condition. Over time, damaged and mishandled coins reduce the number of high-quality survivors. Decades later, collectors compete fiercely for the best examples, and that competition creates premium pricing. What was once common can become scarce at the highest quality levels. If you believe you own a 1976 Eisenhower dollar with exceptional condition, handle it carefully by the edges and examine it under good lighting. Look for strong luster, minimal marks, and sharp design details. If it appears extraordinary, consider professional evaluation. Certification transforms a coin from uncertain value to recognized collectible status, which opens the door to higher-paying buyers. The dream of becoming a billionaire overnight from a single coin is dramatic and extremely rare, but life-changing sums are not impossible for the rarest and finest specimens. The coin market has shown repeatedly that elite condition rarities can command surprising results. Knowledge is the difference between spending a coin casually and recognizing its hidden potential. In the end, the 1976 Eisenhower dollar is more than metal. It is a bold tribute to American independence and progress. Most examples will remain affordable collectibles, but rare silver proofs, major errors, and top-graded specimens carry impressive power. The key lies in condition, rarity, authentication, and demand. If you ever discover one that stands above the rest, protect it, evaluate it properly, and never underestimate what appears to be ordinary, because sometimes fortune hides in patriotic silver and waits for the right moment to shine.